Take it away.
Take it away, Voldreth.
Last time, we started a session with a little Tess being dragged away for a wall. So Lothar and the party decide, okay, we're going to follow. And 3 of them make it through the wall, and Voldreth's a slow potato who can't make it through the wall, so decides to start hacking away at a pickaxe. The other 3 end up going after Tess. They go a little bit further down. They have a massive chasm to basically traverse. They use a rope, and eventually, with Silothar almost falling, make it across, and then they enter combat with darkness after going through a lovely door. Voldreth and Azox manage to catch up eventually after disabling a barrier, go through the door as well, but Azox can't go through because magic and demon things. And then we end up having a lovely long combat where Silothar and myself get eaten, almost killed by the lovely creature. And eventually it gets blown to pieces and we all make it out alive somehow. Tess in the room of combat was on an altar or a thing in the middle that stopped healing in a way. So we also removed her from the room. So therefore I decided to use holy water on the altar, and Ariel sees the green eye again.
Yeah, something's watching us.
And then we end the session with Ariel remembering that she had a lovely imp, demon friend. And the giant portal spawns in a small corridor, and he goes, "You expect me to fit through here?" And that's where we left off.
Nice and succinct. Makes me realise how long we spent on each of those combat slash
We
challenges.
had a long combat.
Yeah, it was most of the
Yeah.
session.
In fact, it was all of the session, you could say. So, does anyone have anything they wish to add? Any hints, reminders, bring them to the forefront? No? Very well. So, after getting your senses together, would the party conduct a short rest in this narrow corridor with a demon attempting to enter the space that is very much too small for him, another demon who is definitely on edge, having just lost consciousness in a realm to which he very much believes to be beneath him, and all of you looking very much worse for wear after battle? Or would you guys proceed to attempt to find a way back through that room and maybe traverse on? What would the party do?
Lothar would suggest some rest.
I agree.
Right. But I feel like we need to address the demon in the room first.
Well, trying to get into the room, sure. With a simple enough effort, Gottfried can reduce himself down to size. Though you do notice he takes enough care and attention to make sure he's just a little bit bigger than his orcs. Though he keeps and retains his true pit lord form. The two sort of square off against each other, almost like a. There's very clearly beef. No words are exchanged, but there is animosity between these two. That they could cut a knife. Sorry, you could cut a knife with butter. You could cut the tension in the air with a knife, and you can just tell one is waiting for the other to give the other an excuse to do something. Before eventually Gottfried says, "Sup, sorty?" Azork says, "Yeah, these are the ones who freed you then, earning that title."
So, what do you disagree on the proper way to file a form for getting your soul damned or something?
They just literally ignore you completely.
Bureaucrats.
So what's our next course of action?
I suggest we get some rest before we attempt to move here, because to me this looks like the kind of place where we might get jumped at any moment before we even get a chance to realize what's going on. So hunker down, get some rest. We'll move on when we're in better shape.
Right, so you want to rest here, and you want to get a move on first.
I say we rest here before we take any other move, because like I
Zorb-
said, looks and feels like the kind of place where we might get jumped.
Torben is gonna look if this room has any more entrances or exits or corpses lying around.
Sorry, are you going back into the room where the Leviathan was?
Yes, we're gonna hunker down there, but Torben is gonna check the room for traps, corpses, exits.
You would watch as Gottfried just absolutely destroys the door as you enter back in, as he attempts to follow.
Oh, great! That
In
goes one
doing
very
so, there's
okay.
like a in doing so, there's like a large just those of you who are sort of attuned with magic, give me a Arcana check.
Mhm.
I'll do one with disadvantage. Limited magic stuff. An 8.
An 8. Give me 1 second. What's the rest of the rolls?
1.
And a 20 for Goldred.
I got a 20.
Well, Lothar doesn't really know magic, so hello.
We lost our DM,
Oh
Oh,
no,
okay.
I think. I don't know.
I think we did.
At least it's not my internet, because it was acting up today. I was more than willing to play off the phone because I
Oh,
already
he's
got you guys to.
online on Discord.
Sorry,
Oh, he's
I
back.
was trying to resolve. My chair's been loose all session. I've been looking for my Allen keys, which apparently I don't have. So just had to quickly chat to my dad. Right. Anyway, back on to the thing. The rolls. What were the rolls? We've got a 20, a 1, very fitting, and a 17.
No, that's an 8. I rolled with disadvantage.
You roll with disadvantage. So Lothar, did you pass on the roll?
I did, so help me out here, Lothar. If it's just straight Arcana and spellcasting
You have
stuff.
you have a chance because of the nature of this. It's
Okay,
not
okay,
like just flat spell casting. There's other elements you could pick up.
okay. So in that case, 11.
All right. With an 11, you don't detect anything. Ariel, you I'd imagine there's just like a lot of yes, just a lot going through your mind, reflecting on the like of the recent addition of Gottfried to the party. And with a 20, you can feel this sensation of some kind of magic, some very potent ancient magic being destroyed and lifted from this chamber when that door is kicked in, Voldrath, and shattered to 1,000 pieces. like something that was supposed to be kept, or something that was supposed to keep something out, had finally been revoked.
Oh, maybe you can go in the room now, you useless bugger. And stop lying about.
Azork's watching Gottfried stride on in,
I thought you were a lot
tentatively steps
scarier than
forward.
him.
I'm not as stupid as him.
You could have fooled me.
He immediately sort of like turns and glares at you and just contemplates and obviously remembers something. So he goes back to ignoring. So, is the party going to rest in this room, or are you just attempting to look past it all, or go past it all?
Is there an exit that goes
Sorry,
further,
yes, you
or
were
is
going to
the
look around. Make an investigation roll for me.
investigation 14?
14, easy enough. It's a really strange, not quite square room. And off one of the far, as you've entered, if you say that's from the south, right, the center of the south, you find in sort of the northwest, there is sort of like a small exit door. It's currently closed. It doesn't appear to be locked or sealed or impaired in any way. Just like a humble servant's door.
Does the door look remotely sturdy, or is it very flimsy?
It's for its age. It's just a wooden door. It could simply be you sort of tap on it a little bit and realize it's solid, but it moves in place, so it's a little bit creaky. It's definitely showing its age. It's probably not been open for a very long time, based on the amount of dust that just kicks up into the room as you tap it.
With his gun drawn, Torbjorn is gonna slowly and carefully open the door with the barrel of his gun. Does it open inwards or outwards?
Opens into the room that you're in.
Right, okay, so in that case I will just sort of quickly pull it open whilst moving out of the way of the doorway, so I'd be to the side of the opening.
Okay.
With my gun drawn, and then I will slowly angle inward into the room with my gun drawn, sort of SWAT style, if you will.
As you open the door, something collapses in front of you. A skeleton that shatters and turns to dust. It's clearly propped up against the other side of this door. Just a loud and a clunking of a few bones that remain, scattering along the surface.
Ariel, you mind lighting this place up?
Yeah, sure. I'll do the dancing lights thingy.
Okie dokie. The lights reveal a narrow-looking servant's chamber corridor. You can see there's little doorways off left and right, left and right. This could be some kind of servant's quarters in days long gone. Heavily rotted away ceilings, which beneath the amount of dirt that you're underneath have given way in some areas. Part of the rooms are filled in with debris and dust and general soil. Nothing otherwise to note in each of these rooms. There's about 3 on each side. And if you get to the end, there is a doorway, but there's no door in place. And instead, there is just a skull, a human skull, mounted on the far wall. And it's got one green eye in its socket looking at the party.
Oh, I don't like the look of this. Bouldereth,
So
Lothar,
what?
Any of you have
Uh,
any experience with such?
Can I roll anything or religion for to see if
Yeah,
it's
give me religion on both of you.
While they are doing that, Torben is going to use the butt of his gun to dismantle any skeletal remains that might find in these rooms.
Sure, there's one or two corpses in each of the rooms. You get the impression that they probably died in here for various different causes. As far without making a medicine roll, and even with making a medicine roll, they are just bone.
Yeah.
There's nothing to really give anything away. For a 20 on the religion, Voldreth, you've heard in confessions of old religious teachings, you've heard of necromancers who are said to be able to enchant and reanimate corpses in ways that serve more than just a simple minion. Some can say a soul can be trapped to serve a purpose. And just as you're having this thought, you watch as the jaw begins to move on this skull. But no air can escape its vacant lungs, as there's no torso or even body attached to this. But you realize this skull is enchanted in some way of very dark necromantic magics. Very old. That's what you get with a 20 on religion.
Where is my spell? I'm going to use Speak with Dead on the skull.
Oh,
Okay. Can you link the spell, please?
Do.
Okay. It does still have a mouth, and it can't be undead.
I'm hoping it's not undead because it's got the green eyeball.
I would say as you attempt to cast this spell, you realize in doing so, because the spell fails, this entity is undead.
Oh, it's just a little skull. I'll pat it on his head. Oh, are you going to let us through, Mr. Skull?
The green eye fixates on you.
I want the
You
eye
just-
contact. Come on. Be a good
just-
eyeball.
The jaw clams tight, almost as if into a smile.
Oh, that's
For
a good skull. Tickle it under its chin. Oh, that's a good skull. Come on.
does a 15 hit you?
No.
Okay, it attempts to bite your hand as you tickle under it. You just withdraw just in time.
Oh, that's not very nice now, is it?
Gottfried says, "Stand aside. I'll get this done." And he's charging up some kind of spell in one hand. Do you all step aside, or do you have anything else to do with
Obviously.
this skull?
obviously.
In the room. Get
Torben
out
is
the way,
just
look.
letting
Jesus.
everyone do their thing with the skull while he just was looking around the rooms.
Okay. Azorx holds out an arm and she says, "When was the last time you saw an undead with an eye? Perhaps we should talk to it first."
I tried that. It tried to bite me.
Doesn't look like it's very talkative.
Did you
That eye looks
just
a lot
ask
like
a
the one I
question?
saw, right?
I asked if it could let us
The
in.
eye is the exact pairing of this. So either it's this eye you've seen, or it's
Yeah.
possibly the other one.
I think this is what's been spying on us. With the eye I told you about.
Oh, so that was like actually
Alright.
eyeball sized what you were seeing.
Yeah, it was
I
an
see.
eyeball.
Mhm.
I told you.
It was why it was a really high DC to find it. It's
see.
just been watching you.
So, who are you? I suppose.
The jaw like shapes as if it's talking. But
Is it
no,
talking? I can't realize.
it's clearly trying.
No, Glothar was asking the
All right.
the others. So it wants to talk. It can't. Any idea why a magically enchanted skull that might be undead wouldn't be making undead noises?
Corbin pops his head out from the last room he checked. Like, are you making friends with the skull?
Well, we've made friends with the devil. What harm can it do? More than we have already done.
I mean, I was considering making soup from the skull if it still had any bone marrow in it, but you do you.
I'd rather not eat something that looks humanoid.
Oh, of course, you'd rather make friends with the dead. I get it.
Better than eating the dead.
I mean,
Strictly speaking.
isn't strictly speaking everything that you eat supposed to be dead? I don't know, Lothar, not your finest moment, but carry on. Go make friends with the skull. Maybe it tells us something useful.
I would if I could figure out a way to make it talk. Which it doesn't seem very intent to, so.
Oh, have you tried gestures? Yes, no questions. Really, it seems to move.
Perhaps it's just talking in a language we can't comprehend, says his orc.
Oh, I
Well,
figured
then that's
you
beyond
tried
my
it
means.
already.
And comprehend languages time. Oh, that's not misspelled. A habit.
Do you cast it?
Oh, you know, I'm going to cast tongues on myself.
Does that mean you can talk in any language, or you can hear or comprehend any language?
Ability to understand any spoken language of the ear, and target speaks. Any creature knows at least one language can understand what the target
Got you.
understands what it says. So yes, basically.
Yes. Okay. Great. You hear a strange, like you realize as you complete the spell that the gnashing of the teeth as it is attempting to communicate is how it's attempting to communicate. The sounds of which the bone is grinding on itself. And it just says, I keep this door. I enter none. Kill you all. My master would. If he did know, guests arrived. Unwanted so. What a surprise.
What if I made you a deal, Mr. Skull? You let us in, and we've got to. Okay, question for us is: can the rest of the party understand what I
I
say
was
in this
about
language?
to ask. I assume
No,
we can't hear anything.
Voldreth starts mirroring in this
Okay.
awful gnashing of teeth, and that's what the party hears.
I've got
Jesus.
two devils, two pit lords. Open the door, Master can have.
Hears me this one does. Gifts are many he brings. Master would be pleased with us. Perhaps the forest sings.
So, can I come in? What can we come in?
Door is open. Walk through you must. But be aware, or turn to dust.
That's good enough for me. Hey, the door's open. Let's go. Thank you, Mr. Skull.
Surely there's a catch, right?
No catch, just watch out for Master and be aware. Or turn to dust, whatever that means.
What do you mean, no catch?
Yeah.
I mean, we're in a crypt, and there's demon things, and there's barriers, and... However, there's apparently a forest.
A forest?
Hey, last place I found the stuff was in the Fae. Part 3.
Don't tell me we're going there again.
No.
I don't think
We
we are.
go through a door.
Alright, well,
I'll lead the way.
Yeah.
Alright.
after you, I guess.
Again, obliged, Mr. Skull.
You sort of realize that the wall that this thing's mounted on is in sort of like a little bit of a recess, but it's of a doorway. And then it dawns on you, you can see that there's a rather large hinge on the right-hand part of this wall. And as you just give a bit of a push on the wall, the whole wall just opens as the skull goes back on itself, opening before you into a large-looking other antechamber. Before the dancing lights even emit anything, light from the chamber within seeps out. There is before you some kind of low lit fire that's embedded in some kind of what you could be construed as a stove in the center of this room. There's a large looking casket on top of it. Some magical wooden handle is stirring the contents, you presume. There's various bookshelves lining parts of this room. And you can watch as small bits of parchment are floating around this room, almost like just gingerly being maneuvered by almost the light or the air itself, just following a current, but not falling, just sliding into places around the room as various pieces of parchment just seemingly moving of their own accord. The ceiling is a small stone cobble that leads up into like a circular central escape in the center of this room. You realize it's looking somewhat circular. Who steps into the room first?
I will.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Are we all near our paladin?
Okay. You are all near your paladin. With a
Yay.
natural 20 for 23, I believe it's +3 still?
Yes.
Okay. You watch as there is what you could describe as almost like a marionette that you didn't see to the left-hand side on this bookshelf with a outstretched piece of twig pointing in your direction, and you just sort of sense this otherworldly, almost like the feeling of the staff just begin to glow in your by your side. And as it did, you just instinctively just looked down, just ducked down a little bit, and in doing so, a intense spell went flying over your head and shattered the skull into 1,000 pieces that was in this way on the door. You watch as the skull is now just turned to dust.
Oh, that wasn't
Think
very
alike.
nice, now was it?
And there's the catch.
Yeah, rude little boy.
Eyeballing the marionette.
The marionette it looks like a handmade, like, children's doll. Doesn't
I
seem
still
to
have
move
tongues
or
active so
respond.
it can understand me. Ooh.
Doesn't seem to have any sense of sentience about it.
I'm going to turn you that way.
Face it. Turn it around. Face the boy.
Okay. As you step into this chamber, the dancing lights now reveal, you can see there's a low lingering level of fog or smoke or steam that's about sort of 3 or 4 inches deep on the floor of this room. Who follows him into the chamber next?
Lothar would go next.
Okay. As you step in, as you're slightly taller, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please. Okay.
16.
So Lothar, you take 14 points of psychic damage
Okay.
as a mind slither hits you. And you can see that there's protruding at a slightly higher shelf just another strange twig that's pointed in the higher up direction of the door frame. There's no marionette or anything connected to this. It just seems to be weighed down by a couple of books at that height.
Oh, look at that. They thought of everything.
Oh, this is such a bad idea.
I'm gonna go next. I guess we
All
will
right
have
then.
to make it through.
Make sure
I
you
need you to
duck.
I will.
make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay.
14.
17, I guess, because we're near a
17 makes a difference. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
the 16. Oh, you don't give yourself the +3 on the saving throw, do you?
I did. I did. It was a 16.
Right,
I
so that'd
said.
have been 16. Okay, the 16, sorry, you don't take the psychic damage then. You can add
Okay.
that back. But just this thought, this something hits you in your mind of like an invasive thought, but you manage to shake it off and trace the source to that stick. With a 17 on the wisdom save, you just watch as, against your will, one of your arms attempts to pull you further into this room before you just gain control of it back. Ariel.
Yeah. That was
Ah.
really weird.
I think as that was it, yeah.
She kind of like pulls on her wrist a little bit just to see
Yep.
that it's back in her control.
Yep, it seems to be there, yeah.
Okay.
Azox seems to be having a bit of a silent, like, no, you go first, no, you go first, no, you go first, with Gottfried. Valdris, can you roll a d20 for me, please? On 1 to 10, Azox will go first. Gottfried strides into the room. You watch as he instantly shifts from this hulking pit lord visage into a small imp once again. And it takes all his might for Azox to not burst out into laughter, though he is visibly amused.
Yeah, his swim form is really cute.
Azox just says, I'm just going to wait here. You just give me a shout if you need me.
This might be the first time that I agree with a demon.
Did you want the stuff or not?
Devil. He corrects you.
Say again?
There is.
You,
Oh, devil.
Devil.
Yeah,
you
the
know
one
the stuff.
One of them wants you to get you to sign stuff that might not be to your advantage. The others just want to eat you because you're alive. So
And both would rather see you all dead. A voice announces itself in this chamber.
You must
Sort
be the
of.
master. I know this his school friend was telling me about.
Yes. Nasha was too silent on the matter. I was having a nice nap. Who has entered my home?
Well, Did Nasha tell you about what I said?
No, he didn't really leave me a message.
Oh, he's useless then.
And yes, I see there's not much left of him either.
So,
Who
who,
are you?
who do we have the honor of talking to?
Are you stepping deeper into this room as you're asking this? As you're trying to source this sound?
A step ahead, yes.
Torbjorn is still not in the
Um,
room, and he's hesitant to enter.
Oh, Torbjorn, are you going in the room or not? That's the big question. Because Torbjorn, if you do not go into the room, you do not hear any of this.
Oh. Uh. Without Torvald hearing anything of what's going on, he might just shout that he's gonna set up lunch in the other room back to while they scout out the room.
Alright. Azox will grab you and just say, perhaps we should just wait to see what they say. Or find. And that's when this conversation starts. You can hear the words of your companions, but you don't hear any voice inside this chamber.
I see. Alright, looks like we're looking for trouble again. As Torben steps into the room.
Okay. I'd like a constitution saving throw from the dwarf, please.
I figured as much. Let's see. Constitution. 12 or
So
a
you're still within range of
50?
you.
Okay,
15.
then.
15 meets it, beats it. You feel as an odor, the worst decaying of flesh that you've ever smelt, the most putrid odor you've ever experienced fills your nostrils, and you very much fight the urge back to not puke here and now.
Oh, these guys really should learn how to preserve food.
I don't like repeating myself. Who enters my domicile?
That is a fair question. Although you will forgive us for not giving you our names in the current environment we live in. Let's just say we are a group of I would not call us
Ne'er-do-wells?
I wouldn't go so far. We are not here to loot anything.
Said the grave
Here,
robbers.
this grave holds nothing that might be of interest to us, as far as I'm aware.
I take it you didn't see what my dear friend in the previous room had in his stomach lining then?
I will take that as a suggestion. He smiles. But who do we have the honor of visiting?
Someone who'd spent an awful lot of time finding a very remote, inaccessible place to call home, who now finds himself talking with uninvited guests.
Yes. Well, it seems we are at an impasse. So,
Ah, funny you should say that. And you watch as Gottfried just freezes in midair and just falls solid to the ground, as if
Whoa.
he'd just been turned to stone.
Well, he got trapped now, didn't he?
Voldred, what exactly, precisely, are we looking for here?
We're looking for the top of me walking stick. Forgive me, Your Highness. I
I
got told.
have no status as
Well, forgive me, Your Gracious Host.
You would request of me assistance to find part of your stick.
Oh, I would be honored.
Show me what I am helping you with, and I will consider your request. And perhaps you may acquiesce one of my own.
Well, for that, I need to be able to see you, my love.
You watch as the entire chamber goes a blinding white light.
Oh, wow.
Jesus.
Oh, sorry, a little bit too much, and it dials back to a daylight level of lighting. It's been a while, you see. Not many
Can't
dead
imagine.
things need the light.
Hmm.
Well, so,
What was that light? Says the Zorks.
you shut your mouth. You
Right,
coward.
fine. I closed the door, but
Jesus.
it's a bit propped open.
You can have him later. Anyway, so, as I was saying, the top part of my stick.
I hold it out in my hands, gripping it tightly though,
Mm-hmm.
and show.
You seek the beacon. The voice
Oh,
deepens at this word.
oh, if that's what it's called, Jesus, I love the beacon.
Someone say bacon?
Beacon! Not bacon!
I could do with some
You-
bacon, says the Zorks. Got some hellbore I could round up for you.
And do we have to sign some forms in
Why
triplicate
didn't
for
you
that?
say so sooner?
Can you freeze them too?
Ezorx is still outside the room, right?
Yep. He's
Darwin,
very much not coming in.
Darwin just cautiously just walks back out to discuss this matter with Ezorx.
As you get to the door, as you get to the doorway, you are walking straight into a solid surface. Some kind of invisible barrier of force prevents you from leaving.
Apologies.
Ah,
Oh,
uninvited guests do not leave unannounced. No, no, no. They must earn it.
well, I could dip you into the hellbore bacon if you want.
Nutrition has of little importance in my dietary
Aha, but
life.
what about flavor? It's not always about
Require
nutrition.
a tongue.
Do you have a sense of smell?
I wouldn't mind taking yours.
Sense of smell of a dwarf. Why would you want that?
The tongue, it's rather sharp
Trust
and
me, he's worse when
experienced in taste.
he's worse when he's silent.
I would take your stoicism too.
There's just going to be more of it.
You get the sense that was directed at you.
Yeah, and he said there's just going to be more of it.
Not when I am finished with it.
Particularly hard to please as a man that is not accustomed to receiving guests.
A vendetta, a mute, a stoic, and a cook. Walk into my kitchen with two tasty soul collectors.
At least his
And
humor didn't
behoove
age
of
well.
me information on a beacon, not any beacon, the beacon. Oh, such strange times
So you
we
know
do
bacon.
dwell in.
You know, just she's gonna take your tongue if you don't shut it.
Oh, you're one to talk.
You know what? That's right. If you want his tongue, let's on him.
Oh,
Anyway, the
Is it-
beacon.
Is this just a disembodied voice that we're talking to? Or do we actually see a threat?
There is no you all can make a perception roll
Sure.
in this chamber.
Sure. Perception.
25.
Wow, 25 is pretty good.
25, 8, 17. So Lothar for the nat 20 save, maybe perhaps.
it's coming. It's coming. It's
It's a 3. 25. Torbran, you are unable, and in fact, the rest of the party are unable to source this voice in this room. However, with a 25, you can see sat in the what will be like a little bit of an air escape in the center of this chamber, directly above whatever that sort of casket is in the middle on the glowing rocks. Another green eye just sat looking.
It's just a green
It's
eye
just sort of
somewhere.
floating.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just floating in the center of this room, looking at the party.
well. You proposed some sort of a trade for, your information. Now, I'm assuming being locked up in here, particularly in the lands of what used to be House Bane, can get rather dull, can't it?
Depends on how many good books you have to keep you company. You watch as like pages flutter open on dozens of books in this room. Parchments start whizzing across the air very quickly.
Well, I appreciate a good book myself every now and then. But they're nothing to conversation, are there? And we have just been providing you quite a bit between my sharp-witted friend and his food puns and everyone
Nashville
else.
would never shut up.
Is the voice emanating from that eye, or is it just... Is there any
No.
directionality to the voice?
You're trying to sense this? I will ask you to make an Arcana roll.
Arcana. 12.
The only thing you confirm is it's not coming from the eye.
Okay.
But it is very hard to place in this room.
Hmm. I guess I'll shut up then.
So, you proposed a trade for whatever information you were planning to give us. What might that trade entail?
You help me of my predicament, and I will tell you what I know of the beacon.
And your predicament is?
Perplexing, frustrating, tiresome, and until today, quite the opposite of exhilarating.
Corbin is gonna mumble into
Opportunity
himself.
comes at most unexpected times.
Whole conversation is getting tiresome. Corbin mumbles into himself.
So, well, we are listening to your proposition. It's only fair since we, unknowingly, might I add, intruded onto your domain. Like most places still left to this world, we'd assumed much of it is abandoned, so I hope you do not assume any ill will on our part.
Why would I assume ill will? You bested my watcher,
Oh,
an eternal
precisely.
sentinel, never to fade with age, blessed with undeath.
Which you can, I'm assuming, bring back up whenever you need.
Oh, but he was not mine.
Ah,
He kept me here, along with other things.
who wanted you here?
Everybody, and now nobody.
Everybody of whom? Because there were
Of people
plenty of
who despised me, who were
and
intimidated by me,
who
afraid
despised,
of me.
who despised you and why, might we ask?
Oh, what year is it now? I tried to keep track, but it's been so long.
Well, it is, tell me, have you heard of the Ruination?
Yes, it's what got me in here, or shortly thereafter.
Well, it's been 100 years since.
I was out by quite a margin. Very well. Then no one knows I'm here,
How
and no
long?
one will mind me disappear.
How long did you think you were
Will
in
you help
here?
me?
Don't mind me asking.
According to you, about 100 years.
Yeah, but how long did you think that you had been here before we told you?
Oh, I stopped counting around 70 something.
Oh, would you indulge us as to who or what you are? Clearly, you can outlive a century, so that cuts out a couple options.
How about we play a game? You tell me what I am, and I will perhaps then help you. But if you fail, you will walk right into that casket there.
I don't tend to play games with my life, especially not games such as these.
Well, we've got such a long time to change that opinion together.
So, again,
That's an awfully hostile statement for someone that we're trying to strike a deal with.
Mm. It's called bargaining. I thought you Dowie kin were quite good at it. I prefer speaking with the other one, who seeks the beacon.
Right, fair
So,
What
enough.
would you guess I am?
how about we forget your game and going on about helping you with your situation?
Very well.
See, you
It is
needed
simple.
alive for that.
Just step out this room, and I shall help you.
Which way do you want me to step out?
There is only but one door.
You mean that way?
The eye looks at you. Which way are you pointing?
Towards the door we came in.
Indeed.
Upon hearing this, Torben is gonna start making his way to the door. He's being careful for any traps.
Make a check for traps then.
Is that investigation?
I think it's sleight of hand, if I'm right.
21.
21. In like 10 yards, you find 5 or 6 traps, and
Oh my
with the
god.
21, disable or avoid all of them.
Wow.
Any that I don't disable, I will point out to the rest. Careful on your way out. There's more of those boogers that we ran into as we walked in. As Torben walks past Azor, he's like, "It's
Oh no,
almost."
no, you still same
Oh,
thing. You get to the front door. It's
okay.
a force field.
So
There.
we can't actually leave the room. Yeah, okay.
That seems to be your challenge.
Okay.
Well, it seems somebody really, really wanted you here.
Once upon a time, perhaps. I'm not one to keep grudges.
If there's anyone left to keep grudges towards, that is. So, it would help us immensely with getting you out of here if you told us exactly why you are here to begin with. Who wanted you here?
People
Why?
don't like messing with powers of the gods.
Still does not answer our question, though.
Those of us blessed with knowledge beyond our years and capabilities are challenged and feared by those who cannot comprehend. This is nothing new to all the mortal races. And those who have blessed and ascended beyond such limitations of mortality are usually feared, would you say? Or revered in others? And the eye looks in the doorway.
Hmm. You keep avoiding our questions as to your nature.
And yet I provide you with so much information.
Are you something of the divine?
Ah, the mute speaks. I was wrong. Quick, write that down. You watch as a parchment flickers and shimmers and ink just appears upon it.
Are you on
Am
about?
I divine? I would like to say so, though others would challenge that, especially these two.
Which two?
The slightly more red tinted amongst you.
I thought as much. What about them?
Soul collectors, wielders of pen and law, devourers of innocence. Not very unakin to myself. But you should never trust a demon or a devil further than you can throw it.
Interesting stance on our friends. So, if you were someone of divinity, who did you serve?
No. Your word, not mine. Service less so. Servitude enforced upon me more so. And then when The master is vacant for so long, wrapped behind a door that cannot be sealed for but the key or a beacon to call them home.
See. Is that the same beacon that we're looking for?
Wouldn't that be very fortuitous for us both?
Mm.
What would you want to happen to the beacon?
I care not, only simply I will share to you what I know, if you spring us all from this chamber.
Let's see. Is that something perhaps our redskin friends might be able to assist with?
I wouldn't dare to presume the aptitudes of Devilkin, though you must have some very powerful friends if they can dispel magics of such a high caliber.
The people that locked you here, were they, since we are in the realm and environment of House Bane, were they men of Bane, or were they of a different persuasion?
Men of Bane in vain, though they did declare that allegiance once. When tested, it never really stood.
I see. And since you were so kind as to mention your enforced servitude, who were you forced to serve?
I think it matters not.
Not in this day and age, but again, if you would indulge our curiosity, we might be able to glean some details as to helping us get you
Make
out
a
of your predicament.
persuasion roll. 25. Would it help if I said I was one of those serving to a celestial? Would you look upon me more favorably then? Or perhaps one of the Wild Mother? Would you, O deceptive one, favor me more? Or that of the stone god himself? Your short friends would perhaps prefer.
Potentially, but it still does not help us much with, being vague does not help us with actually gleaning details as to how you got trapped here, by whom, what magic they might have used, and how we might break it.
Oh no, a god did not imprison me. No man, mortal, beast and demon did so.
Ooh, that's quite a marriage.
Norman is gonna shuffle over to Volda and he's gonna whisper him. Doesn't this source supposed to protect you? Seems like this might be
Yeah.
a good moment to leverage that deal. You starving to death in here is probably not up for his contract.
Are you gonna come in here or what? We had a deal, remember?
And end up like him. Points to Gottfried, who is just currently buried somewhere in the small dust. It's turned to stone in his little imp form.
I thought you were supposed to be brave.
Why aren't you leaving?
We can't.
Well, we have to play a game. This is a puzzle.
Corbin is gonna walk over to the doorway and look at Azors, and he's just gonna sort of bonk on the invisible wall. No leaving this place
Azox
yet.
puts a hand. He puts a hand up and reaches through and touches your forehead and gives you a flick. I don't see a problem.
So why don't you come in then? Hmm?
Well, why don't you come out? And he pulls you out of the room.
I see. What the hell? Alright.
What do you mean? What the hell?
Well, when I just tried that, I ran into a wall. So clearly, some benefit to having you around after all. Not to mention, you mentioned bacon, which we should really follow up on sometime later.
I'm all ears for a deal.
I know you are. You know, maybe we can be friends after all. Who knows what a shared meal might bring.
How about the rest of you?
Mm.
At this point, Lothar is going to be examining the room.
What are you looking for?
Carvings in the wall, runes, writing, stuff that might look like spells were imbued.
Nothing necessarily on the walls until you get to one behind one of the bookcases and you just see tallies.
Just tallies of.
And you start counting and I would say with your passive intelligence, perhaps it's not too much of a stretch for you to realize this is perhaps where he was keeping count of the days or months.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Or even years.
Well, men locked you here using some insanely powerful magic. Did those men serve anyone in
I
particular?
told you. The ruling families of this realm once upon a time.
Bay Knights. You fell afoul of Bay Knights.
Oi, he wants to leave, right?
And we're trying to figure out a way to get him out. How'd you get out?
Oh, Asgard's pulled me out. I was about to say maybe he could do the same for whoever we're talking to. Though he isn't really giving us much to help us with it.
Yeah, no kidding.
What does it take to get you out?
I just gave him a helping hand, as Orc says.
Would you give that helping hand
No.
to? Wait, you can't hear him, can you?
You two can hear each other, but Azorx is looking at you as if waiting for you to finish your sentence.
I mean, inside. Did you hear a voice coming from inside, or are we just talking to each other?
No, I stopped listening to all of you chattering to each other in there a while
Right.
ago.
Okay. There's someone else talking to us. He wants to get out.
Someone
Suppose.
else in there? And like he just flares, static looks at Voldreth.
Did Ariel point out the floating eye earlier? To the
It was
party.
I
you
did.
who saw it.
No, that was the one in the room. I meant like all the way back at the crypt.
All the ones I showed you. Yeah, I told you about it all
Yeah.
along.
So I assume Azors also knows about that. There's another floating
Mhm.
eye in there, and it's talking back to us. Supposedly, there's someone behind it. He just doesn't want to show himself yet. He needs or wants to get out of whatever this barrier is. Oh,
A bound spirit. Very interesting.
Guys,
that's a plausible explanation, actually. Yeah.
how do we get him out?
You want to break a bound spirit free?
I don't know, do we?
In exchange for information, the world is already going to hell.
Do you already
Sorry.
have the information? Oh, I'm going to have to teach you so many things. If it's not signed on the line, it doesn't stand. Mr. giving his friends advice on contracting.
You know,
Get
the,
what you
de-
need
the
first.
devil does have a fair point, actually, Lothar. Try to
He
bargain.
does. He does.
Try to bargain
does. I
whatever
will-
information you can
I
for
will
his freedom.
I will concede. So, it seems we're at an impasse, Mr. Well, whatever name you go by. How do we know that once we release you, we actually get any sort of information for you and you're not just going to vanish and leave us in the dust?
Well, perhaps I could tell you half now and then half later. A gesture of good faith.
Works for me. And some sort of a guarantee that the other half later is also going to arrive would be quite lovely.
I don't keep grudges, nor debts.
Also a fair point. Is there any way to, bind you to that word, for lack of a better term?
Please. I'd offer you my hand, though. It wouldn't be much use.
I think this is as good as it's going to get. Unless any of you disagree, because
Thorburn can no longer hear the voice, so he doesn't know.
I just don't want to get in another fight that we can't win.
oh, we're barely standing as is.
Exactly.
So how do we break him out? So he can give us the information we are after. Speaking of information, and speaking of reading, I happen to do quite a bit of reading myself, and in one of my forays, I seem to remember that a sword once belonging to an order of knights that has since changed a lot was sometimes seen around these lands. Would you happen to know anything about it?
Blade of light and flame and fire, and ire of those who would befoul it? No. No, no, not since it was not since it was devoured by such a beast.
Devoured by whom?
Ah, my gatekeeper, of course.
Oh. Torbjorn, in case I forget, remind me to cut that thing open. Completely.
Already on it, as Thorburn is walking towards the room that we came out, just to make a fire and to inspect the corpse if it is remotely edible.
You can go and make a medicine roll, a nature roll, investigation roll, like whatever you want to be doing for your various
I'll
things.
take a nature for a left. Oh, that's a terrible roll.
Nature, this thing is dead. Do not eat this unless you want to die.
Fair enough. That makes sense.
So, forgive me for someone who thought I had all the time in the world. It does seem that you have sort of solved a predicament. Oh, so simple that I never once thought it myself.
So, Voldred, Ariel, you're the proper spellcasters here. How do we get him out?
Well,
Just take me
we
with you.
can pull him out
How?
like that.
I mean, how do we? Do you even have a physical form we can grab?
Of sorts.
What if
And then we get
you're
the
the
rest.
beacon?
If I was the beacon, I wouldn't have much of a voice now, would I?
Mean. He's got a sword that can talk.
Another bound soul trapped behind you. Is that mine to be fate? Destined to be hooked around the hilt of some useless, blunt instrument?
I wouldn't call a sword useless.
It's so benign. So uncivilized.
Just
Well
as
then, what
civilized as a
physical form you've
fireball and
got?
does the job just as well.
Now, fireball, yes. Although we've tried that, and all we did was lose a few good parchments.
Very well, so what object do we have to pick up?
Make a persuasion roll with advantage.
No.
Wow.
Wow.
Juicy.
27 and 26. Okay. The DC was 25. The voice is silent for a moment. Before it says, "You've already manhandled me before." It woke me from my slumber.
Have we? He's trying to recall what exactly they touched and pick up since they've been here.
Do you think it was here?
Well, since he has been locked in here and slumbering here, where else could he have been?
Oh. All right then.
I pick up the marionette toy.
Okay.
Do you mean this?
Put me down.
Tickle, tickle, tickle. Oh, look at you, so cute. Ah, look at you.
Stop.
Voldred,
Stop it now. Stop it now.
please don't get us murdered
Okay, so
by the angry spirit.
what's the first half of this information?
I was there when the beacon sundered all hope of mortals. I watched it happen with my very eyes. When that tiefling with horns the size of goats and knight in shining armor and all of his. Ugh. I tried to stop them. I failed. So I watched what they did afterward. I followed them. They shipped each part to distant lands I know not of, but I watched that beacon. I learned that they spread rumors it was in the fallen lands, but I know where it is. It is not here. No, they wouldn't trust it to the, as you called them, Bay Knights. One of their knights was very distrusting of that house. But it's not that far. They made a clone, a copy, a forgery, and handed that to here. It rests somewhere in the old capital chambers, not too far from here, actually, but the real thing I will tell you when you free me from this room.
Insight time.
Make an insight roll. I will say you have advantage, which gives you that natural 20. It's very hard to insight a spirit, something that's intangible, that's in essence been eluding you, but now as you hold this marionette in your hand, you tell me, do you trust the words?
Oh,
Do you think it has a reason to lie, a creature that clearly cares nothing more than to get out of this room and will perhaps say anything in order to do so? Or do you think it's got some kind of integrity?
I think he just wants to get out.
Okay. So you don't trust it? Well, with a natural 20, taking the words at face value, you don't get the sense that it has lied to you yet. But you are ever distrusting of it.
Well, a deal's a deal, right? I'll hold on to you. Oh, tickle, 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 alright. That's enough. Come on.
I'm going to put my hand on the barrier, holding the marionette doll.
Okay. Force field
Be useful.
present.
Goblin. Come on, imp. I'm calling you an imp now, Azox, because you're a coward. Come on.
Azox just crosses his arms and stands there.
Come on.
I will not be humiliated as such. You can sit there for all I care.
Do you want the stuff or not?
I could wait.
You can't wait. You've got 3 days left. Well, maybe 4, 3.5. I don't know. Just pull.
I'll see you then.
But then your contract's null and void. I ain't done the thing. You ain't done the thing. I'll starve to death.
He shines his nails.
Goblin,
Yes. Coming from all the way in the
pull
other
me
room.
arm.
Yep.
Come again.
The imp's being lazy. He's not pulling me arm.
I have a title, he says through gritted teeth.
You're a coward. That's what you are now.
Oh, you are lucky a contract prohibits me doing what I would like to you.
Swallow your
I
pride and
can't
kick
make
him in the
free
nuts
to be
later.
complete.
Come on.
He grabs hold of your hand and pulls you through.
Does the marionette come with me?
I just realized that
Do
Azor.
you bring it with you?
Yes.
Then yes, it does. The marionette breathes in, and you hear the same voice coming from the marionette.
Shit.
All right. You're free now. Where's Where's the beacon?
You will do one more thing for me after this. It's like choking, it's strangling, it's suffocating. Kill me. Find
Why
it
then?
at Minas Na. Sorry, Minas Nor. God, I got the wrong bell.
Find Minas Nor.
And now you want me
So-
to kill you?
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh. Oh, okay.
23. You get the strong sense of something was about to try and possess you.
You know what? You're going in the fire. There you go.
I'm assuming Torbjorn's set up a fire by now. Just
Yes.
Have you? Yep.
I am working on a fire if it would be on
I'm
my
Sure.
putting it in the fire. Burn.
A marionette made of some kind of wood and velvet itself ignites, and you just hear this scream of agony echo throughout the chamber. Eventually fades into laughter before it vanishes.
Well, that was unnecessarily spiteful.
Well, you're still in the room, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Is everything still in the room?
With Ariel. With Ariel.
I guess we can
Right.
leave, right?
So can
I
somebody?
will say eventually
out?
you realize, with the help of Azorx, he pulls you all free. The gimmick for clarity is if someone was holding the door open, then someone could walk out.
Oh.
Oh.
Right. Right. So
Right, now that the fire's going. You mentioned something about the snake body, right?
yes, I'm going to go dig through this while you do your cooking. So
Let me help you out with that. Corbin's gonna pull out
With the
his...
assistance from Torbran, with the information you've acquired, you uncover something alongside just a collection of rusted weapons and debris, which you found previously in here.
Mhm.
You find somewhere deep in its, like one of its glands, there is a completely uncorroded, unblunted, miraculously conditioned blade. Which of you grabs hold of it first?
I'm gonna let Lothar do his thing.
I'm assuming as soon as he sees it, if Torbran doesn't go ahead and reach for it, he immediately will.
I assume that's what you're
Uh,
looking for.
I'm going to have you make the first roll of this of the campaign, because this was a mechanic I denied about introducing, but never found an opportunity until now. I'd like you to make a religion saving throw, please. It is a d20 minus your current level of sanity.
Oh,
Ooh.
wow.
Do you add your religion modifier to it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So a d20 minus my sanity, which is at an 11. Uh,
Okay. So that's a 12 total.
yes.
That's above the 10 which you needed.
Oof.
As Patrick takes up Frostmourne, the whole Squidward cantina screams in agony as the souls of the damned moment happens in this chamber. You find yourself in the possession of something very religious, very holy, very sanctified, but you immediately know with that religion roll, you know this thing has actually been corrupted.
Ooh.
And you resisted the corruption this time this weapon will need to be purged before you can wield it in its true form.
Okay.
Cool.
So you can add what's the name? I can't find it here. What's it? Blah.
The name we came up with, is it the same one?
No.
Okay.
Right, sorry. It's a corrupt holy avenger. There we go. That's what I was
Okay.
trying to find.
Ah, okay.
The corrupted Ashbringer.
Copyrighted. Free version. Without infringement or any properties meant.
Do we find ourselves on Timu?
No artwork is provided of such a thing.
Well, I'm going to.
Is the party going to
You
take
can
a
see.
long rest or do anything else in the still very much corrupted with necromancy chamber that you now reside within?
I'm down for at least a short rest.
Well,
if we think
I
we can
think it's
hold out
safe.
a long rest in here, then I'm down for a long rest.
I think it's safe to leave. Or it's best we left before this.
Oh, would we
Place ends
rather
up.
rest in here where we can control the angles of attack, or would we rather be out in the open where supposedly horse-ridden
That is
wraith spirits can attack us from any angle?
That is an exceptionally fair point. However, this place reeks of corruption, and
I mean, looking at the thing you're holding, that corruption is probably going to follow us wherever we're going.
no, it's not this. I'm not. You can see Lothar completely perplexed at the way he holds his sword. I feel like I'm holding two things that don't belong together at the same time. This this did this is not whatever corrupting influence is happening here. This is the place did it to this, did it to it.
It might have more of a history than you realize.
I have no doubt. But at the same time, we can't. I don't think it's safe to rest here. Not with this.
Alright. How about a little short
Yeah.
rest then? Before we head out into whatever next hells awaits us.
Let's just go into a room that's relatively out of the way.
I can make us a little snack while we have a little rest.
Very appreciated.
Alright. So, a little short rest with some cooking.
Okay, make a cooking roll for me.
That's the cook's utensils, and the d20 for the effect would be a 1. Which is +1 to strength saves.
Mm,
Okay.
Surely that will be
Okay.
useful.
cool. So,
I'm gonna use some hit dice to restore some health.
before you do,
Uh-huh.
as you're all attempting to rest here, the corruption of this altar begins to take hold of the party. You are unable to regain any healing in the vicinity of it,
I see.
and your maximum hit points are reduced by 5.
Dang.
And I will be adding +2 to everybody's sanity meter.
Okay.
Ooh. I'm crossing the 20 mark. I don't know if that does
I'm at
anything.
11 now.
I'm also at
Okay.
11.
You two get added to the first tier, and let me send Pep what his character's now going through.
What was the first year? You take a 1 penalty to 1 ability check, right? An
To
ability.
its score, so like a strength 17 can go to strength 16, but of your choice.
Yeah.
And you add 2 to either your initiative or your proficiency.
Proficiency, obviously.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's see where that happens. Wow.
Hello?
Hello.
Yep, sorry.
Okay.
Right, that is your tier 2. Second barrier of sanity taken.
Oh, there. I see. Okay.
So as the party takes a short rest, you watch as Azorx opens up a small portal and just like flicks unceremoniously Gottfried back to a burning realm of hellfire.
Really?
It'll wake him up. Though I'm sure if you called upon him again, perhaps tomorrow, he would be alive and kicking. It's been a while since I've seen one of those traps
Corbin is just growing
catch
more
one
and
of
more
my kin.
bitter as we go on. His charisma has been lowered by 2 now. I'm at 6 charisma.
You're more gruff.
More stoic, more fixated, more focused, more streamlined. All right. So, with Gottfried unceremoniously deported back to Avernus,
Okay.
Azorx looks to the party, arms folded, and just sort of flicking his tail every now and again, waiting for an instruction. You can see he's getting a little bit on edge, and just sort of asks the question. So we freed a very powerful creature, one that so long ago your mere mortal kin decided it needed to be bound eternally to a chamber, protected by magics and runes that even undead demons and devils could not cross. I hope what you got out of that exchange was worth it.
Well, he can go roam in a world that's going to be soon destroyed if we didn't have his information, so... Valdred, you know where we're supposed to go. Let's.
Well, we need to go to.
You are not going to tell him.
He can teleport us there.
Ah,
Azok raises an eyebrow and just sort of says, in about 6 hours, yes, if you need another portal.
Well, then I suppose we best get out of here. That's. Rest
You
up.
would see, because you left Tess, like, you're not in the chamber with the Leviathan before the chamber, just in the hallway around where the big drop was. You look over there, there's no Tess.
like we're. Wasn't she with you?
She was kind of unconscious because someone fired bullets in her.
Is there more to this place? God, so horrible here. Can't wait to leave.
Azok shakes his head. So let me get this straight. Not only did you free it from its binding of dwelling, you also freed it from the object it was sealed to, yes? A spirit.
But
And then you brought an unconscious vassal for it to consume as well.
Hmm.
well,
Marvel.
I didn't claim to be smart, did I?
Absolutely marvelous. Okay, well, let's save the world so it doesn't get bored not eating anything, shall we?
Do you intend to climb your way back out of here the same way you came down?
I mean, do we have a better
You
choice?
seem to have found somewhat of a dead end. It doesn't appear that this chamber or antechamber thereafter was particularly designed for grandiose or even visitations. It's off an offshoot of a forgotten room that's magically hidden in a dwelling that's very old and forgotten. And it's almost like you've intentionally gone as far out of your way as you could to find this place and its secrets within.
Hmm.
So just the party leave the back the way they went.
Uh,
If the other option is going further deep into whatever this hellscape is, yeah, I think that's the better, the safer bet.
There's as you look around, you can't find any other ways in or out of this place.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
All right. So
We're doing
I will
so
say
well.
it takes you a while, but you do clamber back out of this chamber using similar approach. Azorks flying over, Voldreth blinking over, and then the three of you
Little-
clambering back over.
Yeah.
You make your way back up through the somewhat unceremonious shaft. Make your way into that old ancient room. Head back past the undead guard, who again utters the same words. Although, did you require comprehend languages to hear him first time? I think you did, didn't you?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. So he's just gnashing his teeth. You don't quite hear what he's saying. You don't understand what he's saying
How much time has passed
since you cast it
since
last.
since
Well, you
the
took a short
casting?
rest, so that's at least an hour.
Okay.
So as you make your way back up to the surface, the fog has thickened and become dense around the ruins. The burnt and desecrated tree line is not even visible. But this phrase that rings in your voice, rings in the back of your mind, that just sends a chill down all of your spines. And if you want, can add increase level of sanity, but that's entirely at your discretion. As you realize you are hearing a singing as the forest sings.
And is it at least pleasant?
No,
Oh.
less of a tune of song and symphony, and more of screeches of pain, agony, and death
Oh wow.
as the forest begins to sing. And with that, the silence, the symphony is interrupted by this low hum that the party, certainly Voldreth, would recognize as the nearby sound of the arcane engines of your skyship. Somewhat nearby. Do any of you have a message spell to contact the vessel?
Mm-mm.
No spell slot.
Can
No
we make a
spell.
fire or something?
What Azorks would do is he would say that he could ferry you individually. He's got a flight speed of 60, so he could carry with the strength.
We just need one
He could
person
take
to.
you one or
We
two
just
at a
need.
time.
We just need one person to signal them.
Would he offers to fly you one at a time, or do you want to get the ship to land? What would you prefer?
Isn't it more difficult if we get the ship to land? And isn't it easier if he just flies all of us?
Oh, you don't need to fly me. Boots. I'm ready.
Then I don't need to fly any of them.
There's only 2 of us, 3 of us that can fly. Torben, me, and you.
Now I'm only looking after you.
You're the coward.
After poking fun at him and playing his game, you sort of realize the ultimatum is he has to put your friends on the ship and then come get you before you'll leave.
Oh, my boots aren't working. Oh, damn it. You know what? I'm going to sit here until they're all on the ship. There's nothing you can do about it.
Who goes first with him? This is all I'm really fishing for.
Oh, Lothar's going to go ahead.
All right. As you break the clouds and the tree line and see in the clear beating sun that's just beautifully basking this entire mist. You can see above the cloud line is the ship itself. And as soon as the pit lord rears into sight, you watch as almost all hands on deck, every weapon in its bow, all trained on you immediately.
Yeah, I'd appreciate if you all relaxed.
You say as a few shots go wide, the Azox crashes onto the bow of the ship before dropping you unceremoniously and then falls back off the side to go and take the rest. The rest of you have a less eventful approach. Bearing in mind, they haven't seen this form of Azox, hence their apprehension. But one by one, as the party returns to the board, the sky ship, do you plot your course with your commanders, your captains, who do you share the information with as to where your destination is?
Captain Howard.
Okay. The destination is set. Crescent explains she can't make a jump for another day, so they will have to slowly fly there. And it's about most of a day's travel. So she suggests to the party to get some rest, and then inquires as to where Tess has got to.
Fell afoul of a bunch of things that, or one thing specifically, probably. That was lying there for 100 years at least. Should have paid more attention, and I didn't.
The reputation of your party takes a little bit of a hit. But nonetheless, your quest is still on the horizon, very much so. As we finish tonight's session with the image of the skyship heading off into the distance, the sun rising, well, the sun actually beginning to set. Above the clouds, as we pan through down to the grave, we see the silhouette of a female dwarf on all fours in the forest as the dead begin to rise all around, each with a green flare in their eyes, as Tess's green eyes meet a smile on her face. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Mhm.